morning everyone. It is Saturday and I'm here at the Richmond Lions option. I think it's called Richmond Lions. It's actually at Plympton. Anyway, just rocked up. I think it's just open. Normally there's a big lineup. So just going to go in and see if I can find any treasures. Yeah. This is their craft section. I did actually get a heap of knitting pattern books, modern knitting pattern books here once before. I think, yeah, for $1 each, and then I made over 120 bucks on those. So I'm just gonna rifle through. I don't think there's anything here today. My pregnancy. I have put a couple books in my cart to check later. You know, I'm interested in doilies for the craft side of things, but I hate it when they package them up like that, so I can't pick and choose. Don't really want to pay $12. It's 10. I'm kind of interested in this one though. I don't like all these, just plain ones. This interesting little bear. Vintage Fisher Price, 1979. Okay, what's that price tag say? $2. I do like collecting vintage toys. I'll just check that out in a minute. I'm going to rifle through these sewing patterns and these pattern boxes. I've just pulled up at another op shop. It's the Camden Baptist Church op shop. I haven't found a huge amount of stuff here. This is actually where I found that vintage Betty Crocker cookbook that I sold last week for 40 bucks plus post. Or I think I gave an offer, I can't remember. Anyway, but I found it here for $1. So I'll head inside and see if I can find anything. I was really self-conscious filming at the Lion shop, so I think I'm even not sure if I'm going to upload any of this footage because, yeah, I'm just too conscious of people staring at me while I'm talking to myself, basically. Yeah, so anyway, probably won't film in here because it is a really tiny shop. So, yep, I'll see you later. Here we have everything that I have bought today, and I mean, a lot of this stuff is just for me personally. It's not to sell on eBay. That's stuff that this is where I photograph stuff, and that's stuff that I've photographed and listed, or photographed but still to list. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess at the moment, so I need to clean that up. But anyway, I did try filming in the first place I went to, which was the Richmond Lions op shop, but I was very self-conscious and I was whispering, and I haven't looked at any of the footage I took there, so I may not put it at the start of this video, and this could just be it. But despite me saying I'm not buying any more kids books and you know, trying to cull my collection, kids books are, I reckon they only charged me 50 cents each for the kids books. They were either 50 cents each or $1, so I've got 4 of those big books. How much were these? $1.25. These are for personal. A while back at that same op shop, I did get a heap of these, 9 or 10, in their packaging for $2 each. I did see that in packaging they sell on eBay, well, at least when I looked they sold, but we decided to keep them for ourselves. And funnily enough, the very next weekend I saw one at Vinnie's in its packaging, and they were asking $12 for it. So anyway, yeah, so these Macca's, I think it's Macca's, isn't it? I'm not sure, I can't remember. No, maybe not. Just Coca-Cola Olympic 2012 glasses. So they'll be going into our little kitchen stash. Just some books for myself. The one down the bottom, what was that one? I think that's one for me to yeah, just for crafting. It's just got matte pages, because I hate, well, not hate, but I just prefer the matte pages for junk journals and whatnot, rather than glossy stuff. So that was $1. So yeah, all these books were $1. Just these little crafting punches, they're $1.50. This little set here is $5. Bring it over. It's up the wrong way. Sylha, Sylha. So I did a quick Google, and it was a vintage, it's a couple that did pottery in the 60s. Can't remember what his name was. I think it was Sylvia Hamlin or something like that. Anyway, Australian couple that did vintage, husband and wife team that did vintage pottery. Look, I didn't see any solds or anything on it. May just keep them for myself as little trinket trays or something. But yeah, it was $5 for the set. And unfortunately I bought myself another cookbook, even though I said I wouldn't. It's $1. And then just a big vintage kids book for, you know, junk journals, because again this has got the matte finish pages. And this guy is a vintage Fisher, what just fell down? Fisher Price Bobalong pool toy, 1978. So I'll clean him up, and he might just go in with my other little vintage toys. And then just a pack of napkins for $1, which you can craft with napkins. So I keep meaning to do some napkin packs for my Etsy shop, because I've got quite a few different styles now, and they do sell. People do buy napkins for crafting. So yeah, so that was that. Oh, I did pick up this little guy. I got to the counter, he had no price, and they said $4, and oh, I just felt bad saying no, but he's got a cute little face. So yeah, grabbed him. And then out the front they have a lot of VHS tapes for free, and books and random other stuff, so that was in the freebie pile, so I grabbed that. Then I went to a little church op shop, which is around the corner, and I got this. I don't think I found these online. It's just a Christian children's book series. It's a little about horses, so that's a little barn stable for the horses. And yeah, so a set of 8 books for $4. I just thought that was super cute. So if it doesn't sell, it can go in my garage sale pile. And then they had magazines for 25 cents. So this is just for me, for personal, for junk journals or whatnot. How cute is that? I might have to look that up, because this is a vintage one, and it's in pretty good nick. How cute is that? I love the colouring of the old vintage, you know, pictures and that, the colour schemes they used. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Oh, it's just falling apart though, isn't it? One page is coming out. Bugger. That middle page. Okay, but still really cute. Look at that. And then, yep, 10 cents for these vintage ledger books for crafting. Junk journals. Another one, and then $1 for that Barbie puzzle. So even though I keep saying I shouldn't buy jigsaw puzzles, because I hate the idea of having to post them, even though they're lightweight, and also having to do them beforehand to make sure all the bits are there, but I couldn't resist a vintage, well, retro Barbie puzzle for $1. So that's it. Oh no, actually I did go to another bookshop, a Rotary bookshop, that has half price, but I think everything I bought was for myself. I think there's another 2 cookbooks in there, and then just some more crime fiction. Yeah, and it's, yeah, raining outside now, and I think I'm just going to stay indoors. Okay, and then, yeah, tomorrow is my, like, today's the last day of my, this week's part of my challenge, so I've got another couple sales I need to box up, or package up, sorry. Yeah, so I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Okay, bye bye.